Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hakaraja Raven. I'm here with my recap and review of Bleach, the 1000-Year Blood War anime episode, season number 1, episode number 5, which is titled Rat as Lightning. And yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. The stakes continue to get higher, and the animation quality is so good. So of course, I'm looking forward to seeing all of those epic battles that are going to happen. Now, the episode opened up with the research department telling everyone that, you know what, Ichigo's on his way. So of course, hearing Ichigo's name, that ends up giving our the good guy team a lot of hope. They're like, "Yep, Ichigo's coming. We just have to stand our ground until then and everything. So we have hope. We can win this." And I like the fact that we got to see Rukia and Renji reacting to the news of Ichigo coming. Other captains and lieutenants also reacted too. And then we got to see him being all, I guess Akon ended up being the one who contacted Ichigo, huh? He ended up basically acting on his own without proper permission, and I'm like, why are you being so petty? Why are you being so petty? However, of course, an issue arises because in the previous episode, OP ended up trapping Ichigo in a Reishi prison, and Ichigo is unable to really get out of there. And the research department are like, okay, so I guess we ended up losing contact with Ichigo. This is very strange. We can't even detect where he is. So you know what? Continue figuring out what's wrong. We have to get in contact with Ichigo. We have to know when he'll be able to make it and everything. And while that's happening, the research department gets attacked, and yeah, all of the people are getting attacked. They're being killed and whatnot. And Akon is able to contact Ichigo. Ichigo listens on the cell phone, and I really have to commend the creative team, because as far as my opinion goes, the creative team did a very good job of visualizing the emotional impact of this particular scene and the emotional turmoil that Ichigo is going through, because he is able to listen to the cell phone. He's able to take the call. However, he can't really talk to the people on the other end. He's only able to hear their screams and yelling and everything. And yeah, his friends are dying, are getting attacked. His friends are dying. The people he knows are dying, and he's just trapped in this Reishi prison. And yeah, Ichigo tries to get out. He even uses his most powerful attacks, but nothing is working. He ends up hearing Rukia's voice, and Rukia is the only one. She's like, you know what? I believe that Ichigo will come soon. I still have hope that Ichigo will be able to help us. And again, I am a fan of Rukia's and Ichigo's friendship. Now, I know that there's a major part of the Bleach fandom that ships Ichigo and Rukia romantically, but you know what? Personally, I never saw any romance between these two, especially because it was very obvious that Ichigo and Orihime were going to be endgame. It's similar to how certain fans thought that Naruto was going to end up with Sakura, even though Hinata existed. But yeah, I like the fact that the writers ended up taking this moment to basically show the audience the strong bond between Rukia and Ichigo, because hearing Rukia's voice, hearing Rukia still having confidence in Ichigo, and the fact that she thinks that he'll be here soon, that provides Ichigo more power. It doesn't work. He's still trapped in like that energy prison jail, but I still like this moment. So we got to Huecomundo, and there's OP right there. He's standing up, and OP is like, yep, whatever Ichigo does, even though he's being he's moving a lot in there and he's using a lot of his power, he won't be able to escape the jail, because your highness gave me the letter J for the jail, and no one is ever able to escape from prison. And he's like, okay, so the fact that the energy that I sucked from Ion, that's dissipating, I have to kill Orihime and Sado and the others as quickly as possible. And we get to see Sado and Orihime and Nell on the ground, and I'm like, get up, do something, Orihime. Try healing yourself. But then again, if she tries healing herself, OP is just going to suck all of the Reishi in. However, before OP is able to do something, he gets sliced right in half by a mysterious newcomer. And I don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah, Urahara is concerned. He's a bit concerned about who ended up coming to help them against OP. So cutting to Byakuya's fight with Ass Knot. As not, Renji is there, and Renji is like, Captain, let me help, and Byakuya is like, no, stay back, just observe this fight. I don't want them to be stealing your Bankai too. Observe the fight, we have to find a weakness, we have to. And this is where Byakuya notices that his hands are shaking, and he's like, are the thorns that Asnod is using, are they poisonous? What's happening here? And Asnod is like, yep, you figured something out, right? So we get an entire explanation about the fact that Asnod doesn't necessarily use poison. He uses fear, and what Byakuya is feeling, it's fear, and that's why his hands are shaking. Asnod is the type of opponent that ends up inflicting paranoia and fear in whoever he's facing, and the fear of getting killed, and the fear of what's going to happen next and everything. And Byakuya is like, you know what, it doesn't matter. Because of Byakuya's willpower, he's able to overcome his fear, and he goes in to attack Asnod. And Asnod is able to, I think that's how you pronounce his name, like, right? Asnod or something like that. But yeah, he's able to dodge Byakuya's attack, and this is where Asnod is like, okay, so you are able to move a whole lot because of your willpower, because you're able to overcome fear, your understanding of what fear is. However, my powers also go into the raw form of fear, the type of fear that just exists without any logical reason, the type of fear that's just instinctively present in every living being. And this is where Byakuya fears for Rukia's life, and we get a little scene where Rukia, he feels that Rukia is turned into like a zombie thing. And yeah, I really liked how the anime team handled this moment, and this particular moment makes Byakuya hesitate just enough for Asnod to come in. Excuse me. So for Asnod to come in and land a hit, and yeah, and this is where more fear consumes Byakuya, the type of fear that's just present in every living being, the type of fear that has no logical reason to exist. But again, because of Byakuya's willpower, he's able to break free of that fear too, and he goes in to start attacking Asnod again, and Asnod is like, you know what, I have to use this. So he ends up using Byakuya's Bankai against Byakuya. So yeah, we get a revelation that the Stern Ritter, the Bankai that they've stolen, they can also use the Bankai against other people. And yeah, of course, Byakuya isn't strong enough to defend against Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi like that, and he gets attacked, and he keeps on getting attacked, and Rukia notices. She just feels that her brother is in danger, and she's like, no, I have to go and help my brother. However, the opponent that Rukia is facing, she doesn't like that. She's like, okay, so you're running away, you're showing me your back, that means that you don't take me seriously, huh? And she goes in and attacks Rukia, and I'm like, Rukia, no. And Renji goes in to help Byakuya, but that doesn't happen either. And Renji is like, you know what, I have no choice, I have to use my Bankai. But before he can use his Bankai, another Stern Ritter comes in, and he just hits Renji so hard that Renji flies off. He goes through a couple of buildings, and yeah, it's bad. And Asnod is like, why the heck did you do that? He was just about to use his Bankai, and we could have stolen that. And this guy is like, what do you mean he was able to use his Bankai? I only thought that captains had Bankai. And Asnod is like, well, you should have read up on the information that His Highness gave us. Renji is able to use Bankai too. So yeah, we get the scene where we see an injured Kenpachi and not Kenpachi, my bad, an injured Byakuya, and Byakuya's like, Renji, Rukia, I'm so sorry that I couldn't help you guys. And we get a scene where his sword breaks. And yeah, it's just tough. I'm like, and again, Byakuya is like one of my favorite characters from the Bleach anime. And then we got to Kenpachi coming in to face His Highness, and it turns out that he was able to defeat 3 Stern Ritter on his own, which again, it's Kenpachi. Of course, he's able to do that. So when it comes to the abilities of these 3 Stern Ritters, the middle one, he's able to turn into this like monkey-like giant creature, and he's able to release a sonic scream. So Kenpachi just decided to cut him in half. And then we cut to this woman here. I think her name is Giselle or something. And she's like Q for the question, I guess. And she's able to instill self-doubt in her opponents. And she kept on talking. And Kenpachi just ripped her throat out. And then we have Lloyd, which is like the letter Y for yourself, and he's able to like transform himself into a version of his opponent. And Kenpachi's like, okay, so I figured out that because I'm fighting myself, I just needed to be stronger than the version of myself that I'm fighting, and he's able to do that. And this reminded me of that clone fight that Neji, Tenten, and everyone went through during the Gara rescue arc. It reminded me of that. So yeah, Kenpachi is like, you know what? I'm not here to fight you, you white beanpole. I'm here to fight your highness. And he goes in to fight the highness, and of course the highness blocks his attack, and it's not going to end well for Kenpachi. It's not. And then we cut to Ichigo, and again he is like, I need to get out of here, I need to get out of here, I have to get out of here. And we get to see this green aura around Ichigo. So yeah, let's see what that means in the upcoming episode. And of course, the research center is still trying to figure out why Ichigo hasn't reached yet, why he's trapped in there, and yeah, they just need Ichigo to come back. And then we cut to another Stern Ritter whose name is like something I don't remember, but his letter is O for the overkill. So it turns out that the more people he kills, the more powerful he gets, and he's the one who ended up killing Chojiro. And yeah, he's about to use the same attack against Rukia's. Not Rukia's, my bad. The other guy who has the number 69 on his cheek. I forgot his name. So yeah, he uses the same attack against that guy, but Yamamoto appears and he just like slaps the attack away, and Yamamoto is like, I need to end this myself, huh? And Overkill is like, ha ha ha, old man, old grandpa, you won't be able to defeat me. I'm the one who ended up killing your right-hand man Jojiro, and I ended up stealing his Bankai as well, and now I'm going to use the same Bankai on you. And he ends up activating Chojiro's Bankai. So according to the guy with the 69 on his face, it turns out that as far as he's concerned, Chojiro's Bankai was the second Bankai that's able to control the weather, like Hajimaru that Toshiro has. And yeah, Overkill is like, okay, old grandpa, I'm going to kill you now. And then we get a flashback between Yamamoto and Chojiro, and we get to see a comparatively younger Yamamoto listening to Chojiro about how Chojiro wants to become Yamamoto's right-hand man, and that he's been training, and that he ended up even activating his Bankai, and he wants to show Yamamoto his Bankai. And we also got a little moment where we got to learn about Yamamoto's nickname because of the single scar on his forehead, and Yamamoto's like, okay, show me your Bankai. And Chojiro shows Yamamoto his Bankai, and I really liked how the Bankai function. It's like Chojiro summons these electrical bolts from the sky, and then he uses his sword to basically collect all of the bolts, and then he charges as if he's like holding a lance, and he charged at Yamamoto. And the Bankai isn't very powerful enough, and Yamamoto's like, yep, your Bankai is like a child's Bankai. However, Chojiro is able to create another scar on Yamamoto's forehead, which leads to him getting another nickname. And yeah, Chojiro's like, okay, I understand that. And you know what, Yamamoto? I will continue making my Bankai powerful, and I'll train and everything. And Yamamoto's like, yep, Chojiro kept true to his word. He ended up training very hard. Basically, everyone in Soul Society ended up learning Chojiro's name, and he ended up making his Bankai more powerful and everything. And also, considering that the episode's name is Rat as the Lightning, I do think that it relates to Chojiro's Bankai, and I like the fact that the writers took this moment in the episode to showcase the relationship that Chojiro and Yamamoto shared, because again, with the scar that Chojiro gave him, Yamamoto ended up getting a new nickname, and it's also because of Chojiro that Yamamoto ended up going by a new name. So yeah, Yamamoto just takes on Chojiro's entire Bankai, and yeah, Overkill thinks that he has killed Yamamoto, but no, turns out that he didn't, and after the Bankai attack is done, Yamamoto is very, very angry. He's angry and he's disappointed, and he's like, oh, poor Chojiro, you would have been so devastated about what just happened, because your Bankai was never this weak. It was never this weak. So I think that this moment shows us that, you know what, even though the Senator are able to use the Bankai that they stole, they might not be able to use them to the same extent when it comes to the potential, the power of the Bankai. They aren't able to use them as powerfully as the original users, as the original Shinigami are able to. I think that's what's happening here. So Yamamoto comes in and he just basically like burns Overkill's entire body with a single attack, and he's like, okay, I'm going to put an end to this fight by myself. And he goes towards His Highness, and the fact that Yamamoto has entered the battlefield, that gives the other Shinigami more hope. They're like, yep, if Yamamoto is fighting like this, we as the captains and the lieutenants and the other subordinates, we can't hold back either, so let's fight again. And yes, we also see the Sternritter being a bit concerned. She's like, you were like close to dying just a few seconds ago. What the heck happened? But yeah, Yamamoto entering the fray. Everyone ended up experiencing more hope. They still need Ichigo's help. They still need that. But yeah, we have to remember that a whole lot of these characters in Bleach aren't pushovers, so I'm looking forward to the fights that they're going to have. As far as Kenpachi's fight with His Highness is concerned, yeah, Kenpachi was easily defeated by His Highness, even though the fight occurred off screen. And Kenpachi, the fact that he was able to experience such level of defeat, I think that we can look forward to him wanting to grow stronger. And His Highness is about to basically kill Kenpachi, crush his throat. He's also very disappointed in Kenpachi's power level, because because he was like, you know what, Kenpachi, I really thought that you were going to put up more of a fight. But before he can kill Kenpachi, Yamamoto appears on the screen, and Yamamoto is like, long time no see, huh? It's been thousands of years. So yeah, these two characters clearly share history, and I'm looking forward to learning more about that particular history in the anime adaptation. And yeah, Yamamoto versus His Highness, it's going down. It's going down. The link to my written review for this particular episode will be down in the comment section below. As soon as the review is posted on the Geek Theory, let me know what you thought of this particular episode. And yeah, until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.